All right, man. So, you get the last part to cut down there at the bottom, huh? Mm-hmm. You already cut this one off. Right here. Yeah. You already cut that one off. So what's the idea? We already painted this up. You want to hold that up there and show me what you're doing? Let me take the grinder. So go ahead and tell me what you're doing there.
Well,
all right, man. There's a lot of red parts in here. How's this work?
So, we're gonna cut that off, but we're gonna cut this off.
Cut that frame off.
Cut this frame off.
You cut already halfway through that one.
And then, once we get that off, we're gonna put this swing arm,
yeah,
right here. And then we're gonna put this shock right here so that I can be more controllable.
Better ride.
Yeah, better ride.
And let me see it on this side. Bring that back up. So it's going to be there, and then this is going to connect up here. We got some parts to weld up here. So we got a little bit of welding to do, right?
Yep.
All right, man.
Clear?
Clear. Go for it, man. All right.
I can barely see that one right there.
Yeah.
Almost there. It's getting caught on that thing. Here.
Good. You cut the back end off your mini bike. Yeah. So that swing arm thing will actually look better now when you go to try it. We'll do a little more update a little bit.
Yes. Glad we know how to weld.
Yeah, I'm glad you know how to weld too, because you're putting this back together, not me. You're not going to go very far with a front wheel and no back tire.
Really?
Back tire is right here. The sprocket and all that stuff is right here, so you're going to have to do some welding to get this thing up there. That's where the swing arm comes in, right? The swing arm's got to be attached, which means there's some brackets to weld to the frame. So we brought it over here to the welding table, got the welder all set, and the mini bike is ready. So go ahead and tell me what you're doing.
So I'm welding this bracket to the mini bike so that we can add the swing arm suspension.
Right. Okay. So I guess we'll just start welding, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, man. Let's see what you got. Good job. That's a nice weld, Elliott. Get close there. Look at that. Good job. Alright, so we got this done. We'll show you that in a bit. It's just kind of hanging there. These bolts are loose. So we're going to show you what we did there in a little bit. So what are you doing right now?
I'm loosening this bolt right here.
Yeah, you tighten the engine mount bolt. Yep, okay. Alright, man. Good deal. We'll get back to that.
So, we just finished putting the shock and swing arm suspension together.
Looks good, man. Yeah, the swing.
Now it stays on. And they also added this seat in the back, unlike
the other one's outside.
outside.
So this is the swing arm suspension that you installed, welded on these brackets. These are clamps, but it's all welded. You can see we welded it to the frame. And welded it to make it stronger. But that suspension is really going to help make the ride better, huh?
Yeah.
Good deal. So we got the engine installed. We put on, we made these risers. It's a 1-inch riser for the engine to raise it up so that we could fit on some more parts, some performance parts. You want to tell me about this thing?
This is the CVT transmission. It's a better upgrade than
This is the second. This is the second mini bike we've done like this, right? So you know what you're doing.
yes.
How was the other mini bike much better after this?
Yes, it was. In terms of going faster and control you had. And just screw this on here.
Yeah. So it's got all these holes, so you can pick different holes for different engines.
Yes.
So they line up perfectly with the engine holes for the mount screws. All right, so then this has a chain sprocket right there, and the CVT. Go ahead and grab that part. That.
Oh yeah,
And so there's a belt goes between the two of these. I don't know where the belt went.
right there.
That's a chain.
Oh, the belt.
So go ahead and slide that on. We can just kind of show them how it works.
So you line this up with this thing right here,
The key.
the key.
And then you can see how this pulley here lines up with that pulley down there.
And you also gotta screw this on.
And when the motor spins up, this part right here squeezes in, tightens the belt up. And this one here, it squeezes in, and the further it gets to the center, the faster that it goes. That's why it's a CVT transmission. And then you can see that gear in the back there turning. And that goes from there, that chain goes back to the wheel. And that's what drives the thing. So we still got to put the exhaust on, right?
Yes.
And the fuel tank.
Does it fit?
And put oil in the oil fill. So, all right, man. That looks good back here. What do you think?
Yeah.
Is this one better than the first one we did? This upgrade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way different. And we're getting
Look at that.
we're also getting foot pedals. For,
Oh, right, yeah. Foot pegs
Yeah, foot pegs right here, so
for
that
the second seat.
or this rider right here, so that you don't have to put your feet on here. So then you can do that.
Where'd the other seat go? Oh, there it is. This is the second seat, and then this is the first seat that slides in front of it. And then it bolts down, so then there's enough room for two riders. And like you said, with the foot peg, we'll be able to the back rider will be able to have a foot peg of his own, so he's not just dangling his legs out there. Good deal. You get it on there?
Yeah.
All right, man, looks nice. You ready to go run it in an hour or so?
Yeah. If we get it done in an hour, fast enough. Get
Throwing tools. Woo.
If you get that thing
He's
right here.
He's like Miles, the race car driver, throwing tools.
Oh yeah, Miles.
10 miles.
10 miles.
Ken Miles. Yep. Yep. GT40 racer.
As long as you get this on and the belt, get the fuel tank back on, the exhaust, and then the wheel.
Back wheel. Yep. It'll be quick. We can do that.
We could do that right here in an hour or 30 minutes if we if we drank some Gatorade.
Yeah. That's the spark plug wire there for the spark plug. Alrighty. Sounds good, man. Looks good.
So we put on the back seat for the second person so that 2 people can ride it. We also put on the swing arm suspension here so that we can, you know,
More
control
comfortable ride, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the train's so rough around here. Yeah, the swing arm suspension, it's got the disc brakes and a whole swing arm there. That's cool.
Yeah. And we also got these foot pegs so that the second person doesn't have to put their feet on the person that's driving. Instead, they can put their feet like right here. So that your legs can, you know, fit.
Looks good. So now there's 2 of them, huh?
Except that one doesn't have the CVT transmission on clutch.
It has a different one.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't have the clutch.
Sitting there from the bulldozer. Cool. All right, man. What do you think? Is it an improvement?
I think it's a big improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to get a video of you riding it. I know it's faster. It's a good bit faster than it was. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty, pal.
Alright.
It was fun. See ya.